The pressure is definitely on as Vici Gaming one game up, and it feels like, at least the way the panel leans into the draft, is also the way of Vici Gaming. Gambit, it seems difficult to execute. BSJ, you were leaning that way too. You were leaning the way of Vici Gaming.
I have the same concerns for Gambit's lineup as I did the first game. I just think they're laning. The fact that teams are theory crafting the ability to use cosmetics or just little perks in the game to their advantage is always very fascinating to me. I like the mind games in the mid lane. You have the kind of pump fake that Tidebringer hit.
Oh wow, GPK actually just orbs himself forward, then Ori thinking GPK is going to force the issue, waste the turret. Cap was looking forward to this matchup as well, and how is it meant to swing?
I think it's just very skill-based. Whether or not you phase shift dodge the torrents or the Tidebringer hits really prevents a lot of damage, or if you do get caught by it, as I said, you take pure damage because you have 0 armor on the puck. I like matchups like this that are just highly skill-based, reactionary, pump fakes, a lot of back and forth.
This is really fun from Gambit. This is actually almost kind of solving the solution, the problem they had in game 1. We actually had a small, oh wow, actually that damage to Dro Ranger. She might be in a lot of trouble. FNG right on top of the shield, could even just pop and kill him. But it's Excess Vampire's base attack that gets the kill over on Eurus and gets Gambit off to a good start.
Mid-game rotations from both mid laners. They can't really kill each other, but they can kill everyone else on the game.
They're wrapping around the back. PVW, the stun from Vampire did not come in time. It's not instant. And Curse Crown takes 4 ticks. Just to walk up and kill a Beastmaster. They've got to send him to bottom lane, right? They've got to send Dream north. But if they do that, then Dro's just going to switch back to bottom.
Yeah, he just TP's right back top. They seem content with this lane setup. I like their initial maneuver, but I think that Vici's done a good job of reacting to it and adjusting accordingly. I was a bit concerned for this Drow being level 1 TPing to the top lane, but he's gotten the recovery that he needs, and I think he's going to have all the space in the world he needs this game. Night Stalker Kunkka going to create a lot of space for him, not only by being aggressive, but also the vision game heavily in favor of Vici, I think, this game, even though they have the Beastmaster Hawk.
Speaking of aggression, down on bottom lane, FNG just working so well with Dream. They actually started that initiation on Yang, but FNG just building up the curses. Ori, GPK, playing around the mid lane. Underneath the tower, underneath the creep wave, able to finish up his Salve Kunkka. GPK with a haste stream wants to keep that pressure on.
The biggest change to the free stout shield for melee heroes, I think, is that Orb of Venom. These 5 position abandons able to afford an Orb of Venom at the start of the game. I think that that's the only reason they can get those kind of kills with these passive heroes. Yang, it is nighttime.
Oh, they actually got 3 of these bounty runes. FNG, yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble, but he'll be okay because he's still on the baton at the end of the day.
It is only a level 3 Night Stalker. Haven't really...
This time we'll be able to get the delivery off to the Dark Willow. PYW is just here to try and contest the stack. And with the ball slow and the initial stun, putting in the Bramble, looks like Tani will go down. Runs up the hill, but just doesn't have the movement speed to escape. But both of the dual lane is just pulled off. Oh, Dream. No waveform just yet. He needs his 5. Needs 1 more creep to die, which the one on the side will do so. And even then he goes 3 points into the attribute shift.
We may see a rotation on a GPK with this double damage, but looks like he's just going to take the jungle stack before the 7-minute mark, so no neutral items coming out.
Courier Revenge. Now, one from Yang was a little bit out of position.
The nice thing about this patch is when a courier dies, you know who to blame. Last time around, you go, who killed that courier?
Yeah.
It's always your fault. It kind of hurt me. I always like to blame my teammates for stuff that I don't want to take fault for, but in this patch, you definitely know who was controlling it.
And you blame him so hard as well. Like, you get hurt because you don't have your income. Oh, nice Bramble. Just working again with the Curse Crown, but it's not like Sharchlo can give anything. And Dro Ranger just multi-shots everything back. Ori is actually right up top. He hits the torrent onto Excess Vampire. Couple of stick charges up their sleeve, X marks spot, and we're going to go for the bow combination. There's no real way to get out of this one. No Curse Crown to throw.
God, I hate that.
Everything really being on cooldown.
Also allows his Wyvern to soak XP in the mid lane. Very important rotation, as I was talking about with these Kunkka puck.
They dive this, 9-1 charges. 6 infused raindrops to protect him. FNG standing by his side, but looks like PYW is going to TP down to bottom lane instead. Level 2 Avalanche throwing most of it into the Abaddon, throwing him up and towards the air, and
Nice
Yang
kill.
really ready to go on that level 3 Void. The Morphling gets revenge, nice and quick.
An even nicer kill. Overextending just a bit, but Gambit looking way better than the first game, as we said, up by 1K this early on. I think they've just been having lane issues so far in the main events, and this is a nice surprise to see from them.
Yeah, holding a 1K advantage.
It also leaves me at the chance of being wrong if I ever call you out, but GPK almost going to solo die to the Tiny here. They did have the ward to spot this out, but...
Careful. Fake shift and all, he's playing with it. The NS was wrapping around the back, and now GPK, the Void, gets him in time, playing around the Bramble. And with the fancy footwork. And if I can get back to the tier 1 tower, Dream to take the tier 1 tower off bottom lane in the meantime.
That would have been a disaster if the puck got away there. Yeah, Blink Tiny may be looking for GPK here, but he needs assistance. He has not enough damage on his own.
Would have been a huge kill to get. GPK is 50 gold away from his own Blink Dagger.
Ooh, Bounty Rune. Always get excited about the Bounty Runes. Almost as good as the Cobalt.
We all know Jelly is where it's at.
Yeah, but you only get that treat every now and then, you know, not every game.
Hey, isn't that what you gotta do for the invite parties now, or for like the after parties? It's just like, welcome to the little tubs of Royal Jelly. Oh, Initiation Dream.
Solo kill on the Morphling from the 4th position, Tiny.
Yeah, he needed to not be fully edgy shifted, and now Abaddon. He'll be okay. Borrow Time will get FNG back towards the tower, but the Blink Dagger reveal nets the best hero that VG could have asked for. And Ori, FNG's coming back in. Borrow Time will give a lot more of this life back. Shields up quickly.
Yeah, he used it a bit early before the Torrent, so it still got the full stun duration off, but no mana to toss. He actually had stick charges, but
it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it would have been a few mana short there.
And you had only 2 stick charges to work with.
Yep. Are they going to try to Roche? They are smoked. I think they're more so just trying to boot this Beastmaster out of top.
You have a blink on Tiny. He's looking to kill. Radiant will scan. They won't find anybody, but Shashlo grouped up with absolutely all of his minions together. Torrent, ship, boat, everything they've got, and Yang kill secures from the lane.
Honestly, it's completely worth it for the Night Stalker to take that kill. That hero has no real way of farming quickly until that Acceptor, and he's been having a rough game so far. More importantly, they also got like 300 bonus gold from those summons, so almost double worth on the kill there. Do find the Dragon Scale on Puck. Pretty valuable item since you only have 5 armor. But it's Ori, what a good teammate. And maybe Ori can even pass that off to the Night Stalker later on.
X marks the spot, looking to bring back once again. Puck, GPK, the primary target. Silence, that will be the Terrorize to buy some more time. He can phase shift and dodge that multi-shot, but the curse is out. They just want to hold Puck in position, but where's the more support? FNG is here, again another phase shift. Puck, he's going to blink away. GPK, he'll live through this one. Dragon Scale paying off. Tiny and Puck stuck with it. There's the trade-off. FNG will finally go down. He's gone through his borrowed time. But how much more can VG get out of this? Now they do get 3 of the kills, but the 2 cores they came here to kill will be able to survive. And a buyback on the Tiny. VG want to keep this pressure on.
I think that curse saved him.
What are you doing? He's still around. He stopped to farm up. He didn't realize the rest of VG was still there. Silence for such a long time. He's trying to strength bomb through it. Can he actually wave out? No, he can't. Morphling is down.
There's jungle creeps to be farmed, Toby. They're right there.
He went
fully 4K pub on us right there. A little questionable, like, good teams. They just don't leave. They have the vision from the Night Stalker, so they're going to see you if they stick around. Just underestimating their willingness to continue pursuit. The rest of his team already being dead. A little bit of sloppy play by Gambit, but honestly, that Wyvern curse thing saved the puck, so that is a nice little check.
It is the greatest target they probably could have asked for. They need to close the distance now with one first, and they need the roar, and instead, okay, Tiny will walk into the middle of them.
Okay, standing short in there.
Tanking a smoke gank as a Tiny as opposed to the Conquer, that's good, but he's dead for a minute. For buying back in the last fight, has that longer death timer.
Okay, another Van Brace for the Dire side. They have a couple heroes that could use that. Morphling almost has a Z-Blade. That'll give them the nice burst damage that they may need to, I'd say mainly get the Wyvern or the Drow before the fight really breaks out, because those 2 heroes are super potent and super squishy at this stage in the game. Drow also has her own groove bow.
It's actually really nice for Gambit. They get both the outposts. Yep. To the 20-minute mark, Yule Scepters are up. Ori going to be pulled back. Thanks to his X marks the spot. The Morphlings owning the bottom lane. They're just out of range. They don't break the tiny smoke. Now, okay, one more break the other. And no, Tiny, Avalanche, is anyone nearby for a toss? Ari's coming in range, so they get FNG tossed back over towards the rune point, but already the shotgun is up and running. So Tiny is down, FNG, a lot more of a survivable support, and the Dream Coil is going to snap over on Yang. More support needs to be there, a Bram or something. FNG will now go down. The sustain from Gambit, not feeling like it's just there. They don't see enough. That's what VG will capitalize on. Making the most of that Dark Ascension. Yang chasing down the Beastmaster. No more support to come. Everyone else from Gambit's leaving it.
The chase potential is just ridiculous. The vision from the Night Stalker plus the X on the Kunkka. I don't know if I like this Beastmaster's Necro book. They have so many ways to deal with the summons. The Kunkka Cleave, the Night Stalker Axe, the Drow Multi-Shot, the Wyvern Curse, as well as the Splinter Blast. You don't want to harp on an item too much, but when you invest about a third of your net worth in something that's basically just feeding gold to the opponent, does cause for concern there. They are going to TP bottom on Gambit, looking for a fight. This is a terrorize, yeah.
Yeah, Vampire was thinking maybe Yang was just going to try and TP out, but they're making the most of it. Dark Ascension is down. It is a daytime fight. Another Bramble being thrown out. They get the root over on Yang. So a quick reveal, but where's the follow-up? Morphling comes in, Adaptive Strikes able to cancel that TP, so now Yang is forced into this engagement. The E-Blade burst damage is still not enough. He's down to 400 HP. Guy's got 2.5k, and now FNG has borrowed time. Procced by the Drow Ranger split.
They're doing a really good job of just forcing out the defensive spells from Gambit.
I think we've just gone through all of our new items now. Quickening Charm.
Middle tower is under attack.
Last one to drop. Top lane, Beastmaster, Blink Roll. They found their target. It's going to be over on the Tiny. GPK does so much damage so quickly. For the X marks spot, Charge Flow. Man, we had to live through this one. Nice Organ's already TPing in, and now the Dream Coil once again with that split damage. He'll snap on both from the Bramble. They just can't outrun this. Such a horrible combination when you get terrorized and Dream Coil snapped.
But where's the follow-up? As long as you don't have Morphling there, nobody's really going to die.
There's a straight backup, and also there was one more. There was the sliver for the Morphling.
He's also got Spider Legs. Who's he going to give those to? One of my favorite neutral items.
Catching the puck. Got the silence off with Yule Scepter Bramble. Trying to just interrupt it for the moment, but the silence just continues. And Puck cannot break free. Not even requiring a curse to get this kill. And Vici Gaming, you know what they want. They want Roshan to force the buyback on the Puck.
Yeah, they don't have any force stabs. Usually that's an item you see against the Night Stalker, but it's pretty bad against Kunkka because you still can just get X right back in. So interesting combination coming out from Vici. Not really an ideal way to counter it other than just buying a BKB, but then you're against a Drow and just die to that damage. Overall, very hard to defensively itemize against this Vici lineup. Turn that into a Roche, 3k advantage. This is true.
Mid lane, Avalanche toss once again. This time it's going to be the Dark Willow getting caught out. FNG moving over. Maybe they're thinking they can punish the Tiny. Can't get the fourth hit. Now X marks the spot. Torrent not connecting correctly. And the Bramble messing up with Ori's timing. But here comes the Tiny once again, tossing back the attack. It's a hard one to go for, but even better when Yang just blinks himself forward. Chasing after the Dark Willow. Can't get the kill. Just Shadow Realm TP away to safety. VG really trying to get as aggressive as they can. You also have to get a nice sort of
Wyvern behind, got cursed in the Ripper.
Nice pick from Shoshler.
Yeah, he was trying to TP bottom, and Shoshler saw really good initiation from him.
Now they go back into mid.
No buyback on Wyvern.
Borrow time triggered. Eurus, not a healthy man, able to get the gust over on Morphling, so silence for the Dream Coil. Here we go again with the Terrorize. The both of them snapping with a big AoE damage. Drow Rangers down, they'll break the Aegis Immortal. Night Stalker, the next target still battling into this nighttime, but again, this split damage. Axis. Oh, he dropped a 49, but he's still alive. VG Gaming, you happy just to get out?
That boat buff keeps him alive.
God.
So much damage mitigation.
He keeps dropping to like 3 HP.
It's that broom handle, man. That's the difference maker, that 3 armor. But a little glimmer of hope, I'd say, for Gambit there. Got the Aegis.
They want to fight. They are all down here on bottom lane. Gambit are coming as well. Now we go into the Ascension. Puck now with an Aghanim Scepter. Is he ready to get involved in this engagement? FNG borrowed time, buying him exactly that. It looks like Gambit don't want to have anything to do with it. FNG will be happy to sacrifice him, but you know they're hunting for more. The toss forward, and Yang just blinks up again. So maneuverable.
The vision is, you just have to run, man. The flying vision 1800 radius is just insane.
Cuss. This one's over on the Morphling. Avalanche and toss. He'll come back down again. A BKB. There's the 9-second one going down. The Dream Call just keeps Wyvern in position as Puck. Ooh, careful. Had to phase shift just quickly, so he was able to blink away to safety just a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But Ari's going to be the man to present himself as he goes to defend the tier 1 tower in mid lane. And if they can jump on him, they can remove a large portion of that team fight. But the Blink Dagger curse from Wyvern, he's back at the tier 2 tower. He's in range. GPK attacking from the tree line. Able to take out the tier 1 tower. FNG, that front liner, they've already lost the Observer. They don't have any kind of extra information. And look at him. Again, FNG, the sacrifice. Oh, the TP! It did not complete. So defensive Yule Scepter from the Dark Willow. He can't survive. FNG will be pulled back by the X marks the spot. The supports from Gambit just taking it for the team.
I think they just have too many squishy heroes.
GPK, DY, his range was barely out of range to get that curse on the puck.
Curious if he'll take the night vision this game on the Wyvern, just so he can make sure he gets that extra range, as you said. I think he just didn't quite see him yet. Almost.
Sometimes you can be selfish. Gambit, marked up looking for their opportunity. Eurus, once again, the only one really showing on the map. The Beastmaster Hawk scouting out the jungle.
The new Drow able to push out lanes from a safe distance. A nice little perk for that hero who usually had issues ever showing in lanes.
So close to finishing Butterfly as well. X marks the spot.
He's all alone here. He's in no man's land. It looks like they're just going to try to take bottom tower in response.
I feel like FNG is just this walking ward, this walking information.
Vici's responding, TPing Wyvern.
TPing down. Finally, they do kill off the Abandon. A good Yule Scepter over on the puck. You know what DY wants to do. He wants to curse, however. Access Vampire caught out by Ori. The puck, the Dream Call will allow him to get some distance over on Yang. Ori still looking to get that torn. He clips the back of GPK, but now the Raw, the turn. Kunka has come forward across battle inside the Bramble with the E-Blade pop. Ori now able to get to the BKB. The damage from Dream, he needs the vision. He doesn't see him. Dream just TPs out. So does Ori of 1 HP. The run is good, but the stun as well. Dream can't get away. He meta styles out, but where is the way? Where is the path? The silence just continues forever.
There's just too much health. So much armor, so much raw HP. The damage mitigation from both, you're just seeing it. They can't finish anybody.
GPK is trying. He's totally trying.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's the third or fourth time we've seen somebody barely live with the run buff. You think they're going to go down. It's so hard to calculate and account for that when you're going for these kills and you're committing all of your abilities on one hero. Right moment for him, and he just TPs away. Meanwhile, the vision from Nightstalker just telling them that they can commit on whoever they see, because they can see not only the hero they're going for, but the heroes behind him, or lack thereof. Back to the game live, we do have the Beastmaster getting ran at, X'd from the Kunkka as well. No BKB to stop that, and he's just going to go down.
Now you can actually see FNG, little spider legs, can't make it through the trees.
That's going to set up Roche. Drow already hitting it. Full butterfly complete, hitting for 400 damage. With really no damage items, just agility items.
Astro Ranger in a nutshell. So Aegis and Cheese gets to go their way. Vici Gaming. That may be enough that they can breach the high ground of Gambit. Already the ward's being planted down by Tani, preparing for exactly that. They want to push through top, push through mid, as Puck desperately scrambles to push out the bottom. And you almost sort of think like he needs a rapier to get enough damage out in these fights. He's got Daedalus lined up. Top lane, FNG. Always feels like he's the man that Vici Gaming start any initiation on. And they go again. Yule Scepter aggressive. They try and force off around the Bramble, creating a little bit of extra space. The borrowed time will be triggered, and maybe the X-Mark spot pulls back a little bit too early. The curse, E-Blade save from Dream, but then it's like, oh, amplifying the damage. No, uncertain exactly what all these abilities are meant to be achieving until Yang jumps himself forward. The Dream Coil is out, but the damage output cannot be inflicted. He's BKB protected for the Nightstalker for the moment, looking for a son of control on GPK. An all fly in once more. Nope, does not want to jaunt in. Fortification, protecting Gambit's base.
They just can't commit on anyone because the Wyvern behind, the Glimmer plus the Cold Embrace, almost damage and vulnerability at that point.
Now you've got a Dream Coil, you've got no AoE controls, you've got Beastmaster Wall, but what target do you want to go on? The AoE is immortal on the Drow Ranger.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
And you can't surprise them, so you just let the racks go.
There's no such thing as having the superior vision. They're too tanky.
Dire's top shrine.
You have to worry
is under
about
attack.
He's going Ags on Morph, so maybe that's a glimmer of hope. He's going to probably turn into his Willow and have that Ags upgraded Shadow Realm.
He's still 400 gold short. Now, Morphling, jump forward from the Night Stalker, but it's the more impressive one from the Tiny on the side, almost just soloing the Dark Willow. Curse Crown will get a quick stun. It's a good three-man dream coil, but they need to have a little bit more. Actually, the Winter Wyvern has gone down, so there goes that big control factor. And Dream, he's just beating down as hard as he possibly can in towards Ori. He changed into the Drow Ranger. Hence having that good range borrow time. Now going to wear off for FNG, trying to walk back through the safety of the Bramble. But it does not last long enough, and now another jump forward from Yang. Searching for a target. GPK needs to be here for the defense. They're going to lose a second lane of racks. The root's on Drow, but that doesn't stop it from attacking. Yang again to the front lines. Dream trying to slow down Eurus. E-Blade pop, but the Lotus Orb is there, still there for protection. Tiny in a little bit too deep. You're set it up towards the air. The melee race has already been claimed. A quick little dusting, nowhere to hide inside that Glimmer Cape protection. But the mid-racks is already gone, and Vici Gaming will back out.
Under attack.
They're going to have the TP bottom to defend, but they have no problem with that.
Hawk needs to scout. Tiny in close already. Eurus seen by the Observer and Sentry, but so is the Wyvern. They realize they can't go on this one. Another tough combination. Have to go into the Shadow Realm. FNG pop pretty damn quickly. The Curse Crown's going to be on the Tiny. He's going to be careful to clip his own Drow Ranger. He is out of range of this. But this fight split into two different parts. The Curse is already down. Wyvern will fall. The puck is trapped. The boat will come in and they hit him hard. Buyback is available for the puck, but Beastmaster protected slightly by his BKB, but Dream, he has to go ham if Gambit can have any chance to keep themselves alive in this game, because if they keep losing ball with the Beastmaster being the second quarter drop, you know VG Gaming is going to force the issue. Even burning that 7-second BKB just to ensure a TP home. Gambit, the defensive mindset is strong.
They just have to go for the Wyvern.
Look with the Daedalus. Understanding damage output, yeah, it's just not there. Ori up to the high ground. 13 seconds before Puck's going to respawn. That's a nice target. There's no borrow time for FNG. That force up way won't help him. He's down for a good minute. Dream, what have you really got to give? He's muted out. The Nullifier is already going to work. And the bottom lane of Rax, it will be taken. The top lane's already pushing in, so they can probably get Mega just from the momentum. A three-man Dream Core. Now the Terrorize thrown out by Vampire. They'll all run out of it. Night Stalker stopping so much damage from GPK. Finally, this push doesn't work. But the cheese, Ori consumes it. Eurus, he's so running away, but that damn. Oh no! The E-Blade! Wait for him! He needs to demonstrate the link. It's been got protected, but the rep is there from GPK to find that kill. Gambit, assemble the army, keep the push going. They need more than what they've got if they're going to try and punish VG Gaming. TP out from Tiny will be successful. They won't find anything else.
That is Megas.
It is Megas. Gambit are more than on the ropes.
But can Gambit capitalize on this at all? They are able to get back on the map because of these kills. Is that enough? We're going to see with this Rapier.
The Invisible Dream looking to work together. Observer Wall gets planted down. Night Stalker quickly into the BKB. Curse is out. It's over on the ball. The Dream Call going to snap on the Night Stalker. The shift is going to actually help negate so much of this damage. But we've got the Terrorize to come forward. GPK still trying to do the work, but they forced up the Night Stalker away. So much initiation from Gambit. And all of this happened while the Drow was down. But hey, she's back. TPing over towards the shrine. Abaddon has nothing to survive. Say goodbye to the gem. The only upside for Gambit is Roshan is a long spawn timer. And it's the only upside they have. And, oh, maybe there's another one. The boots, the treads, they're sold. GPK has Rapier.
It's a lot, Toby.
Yeah, just, let's just say about 50k worth of damage the Gambit will have to do during the fight.
Arcane Rune on Drow with that 40% cooldown reduction talent as well. Super low cooldowns on the Lincolns, the BKB, the Manta, the Hurricane Pike. 19-second cooldown Manta, using that to scout out to maybe enable this smoke.
The upside for Gambit is they are going to fight inside their base, and everyone does everyone actually have their buyback? No, Puck as well as Morph are a little bit short.
If they get a kill or two, they will, but the Puck has to be really careful because even his buyback does have the Rapier he will drop.
Here they come. The Bramble defense around the tier 4 towers. Drow Ranger already removing a quarter of that first tier 4 tower, pumping into FNG. They do not want that borrow time triggered already. Quick read on the Night Stalker. Toss forward. There's that borrow time trigger. Raw over on the Tiny. Who does Gambit really go on? The Torrent combination that they're ready for it. Dream under the cover of BKB. He's just not doing enough. He adds those damage over on Urine. Now he's able to do that. Urine's is jumping very, very quickly. Dream needs a little bit more time, but the ships, they just keep on hitting down as well with the avalanche toss combo. Yang gets himself a double kill. The Dream goal, the puck, the work is now being done, but he's silenced up. You cannot face him down. He has to wait it out. Drow Ranger back to life thanks to Eagles Immortal. FNG putting his open into a horn to work. So they have to get back in without the Morphling Gambit. It's all or nothing now. But Night Stalker diving in deep, a triple kill for Yang. Drow Ranger ready to fight once more, ripping through the Abaddon. Puck still with Arabia playing the back line for the Avalanche. Toss, combo, silence. That'll be the game right there. He'll finish it, but the GG is called. VG Gaming will 2-0 Gambit.
Just too much, man. There's just so much health. How do you kill them? You have a Rapier Daedalus Puck and they're not dying.
Maybe EG has an answer.
Yeah.
They'll have a best of 5 in the grand final against VG Gaming to try and find a way to stop this rampaging lower bracket team.
Yeah, they had a convincing run throughout. Not